Max is. Oh, that was kind of a massacre at the ending. Not gonna lie. Went from a 3% act lead to a 9% act lead. That was gross. Max picking Nomad 3. Uh,
That's fire. He just lied. He just lies.
okay. He isn't good at those maps.
Oh, that's fire.
Max with a strong start. Holding a 99. Couple small breaks, but he's still pretty solid on this aim section. Oh, and big drops. And throws the lead over to Hydrole. But next big aim section coming soon will probably throw it back over. Although Max is missing a bunch on like nothing. So that will put the act lead more in favor of Hydrole. Yeah, Hydrole just is gaining, and Max is just missing on nothing consistently and dropping. It is pretty unfortunate. We get into the next aim section here, and Hydrole's actually doing a lot better than he did on the first one, disregarding that small little chain miss. And he's standing pretty good with a 5% lead. Even with small drops here and there, it's not going to matter too much. The front of the map is over, so the hardest sections aren't going to be there to trip anyone up. So it seems like Hydra will take that pretty comfortably, which is unfortunate because Max did have a really strong start. And ending that off with like a 4% lead almost. Good break point for Hydrole. His pick again, I think. So he's got some leeway. What? Ready? I think you might have to
What's going on?
help a boy out. He said, "I don't know how to turn on free mod DT." Okay, never mind. They got it. Also, it's not a DT map. Why did he say that?
It's not a DT map for you.
This is true. It is not. Oh, both of them missing big on that stream. The AC has decreased by about 10% on both sides. And it's just going back and forth. Although the map does start to ease up around here, so whoever is the lead around this point does have a small advantage. Although it is getting tossed around a bit. Max, if he just holds here, he will take the point. Yep. Just like that. Same combo, same miscount. That's cool. Alright, so we're getting into DT2. This map's pretty long. We will... It's like 230 BPM, long consistency flow aim. Not much to be said. This intro is just going to be about stamina. And it seems both players are struggling a bit, dropping a lot of stray 100s, but Max is going to be coming out with a lead after the intro. Relatively small, and it could go either way, but as long as he holds on to this, should be fine. Small miss there, not going to matter too much. Some more stamina consistency sections. Small little miss aims from Max, not going to do much to him, but Hydrole is staying a little consistent and dropping a little bit there. Dropping him down to 91, while Max is staying consistent around 96, 95. It's going to be a game of whoever throws on the long streams, I guess. And this map is very long, so there are a lot of opportunities for that. Max seems to have stabled out. Oh, never mind, I shouldn't have spoken. Small little drop, but he's back to 96. Or Hydrole is sitting at a 92. As long as he stays consistent, this will go over to him. We are only halfway through, though. And stays pretty consistent difficulty all throughout. Ooh, big miss on that stream from Max, but it's also traded with Hydrole, so the act difference stays about the same with around 3 to 4%. Oh, big misses from Max. Actually going to drop him down to about 94. Unfortunately, Hydrole doesn't seem to be gaining and is actually losing act on these longer streams, so it's not doing any favors. It just seems that he's not meeting the stamina requirements for this map. Yeah, just like that, it's about a 5% act lead, and it seems like Max is going to take this pretty comfortably. There's not a lot that can be said here. It just seems that in terms of flow aim and tapping consistency, Max does come out on the other side. Oh. Yeah. So we got the 300 BPM map, and I'm honestly not sure who's in favor here. Max does not seem to be very comfortable on the super high BPM, so Hydro playing off to a really weak start actually, but he probably will gain. They're relatively even right now. This is AR 10.3, so the high BPM aim will come into question here. Get a long stream coming in a sec. Ooh, both of them missing on the end of it and dropping almost the same amount of act, so Hydrole, who already had the act lead, is going to be at an advantage here. Max has got to hope for some big breaks on the longer streams here. But right now we got a bit of act farm for the next couple sections. Not a lot to miss on here yet. It's a couple short bursts, but we're going to be coming into the next Ki, and that's where a lot of the longer bursts and slider spam sections come in. Alright, and here it goes. Max dropping a bunch on the aim, actually. And dropping a couple straight 100s on the burst that Hydrole just isn't dropping on. Both players actually hit the slider spam. Hydrole's actually looking pretty solid on this. We got a funky section coming up here with some slider spam into bursts. And he actually hits most of it. Pretty good. Coming up into this ending section, there's not a lot of places to drop a huge amount of axe, so Max has got to hope for a miracle if he wants to try and take this back. And Hydrole does not seem to be dropping a lot here. Oh. And just like that, it goes pretty comfortably over to Hydrole. I am out of picks, says Max.
What an epic song.
Yeah. Max ends up picking Nomad 5. All right. Both players dropping a couple straight 100s, so it's going to even out the act for a bit. There's a big stream at the end of this intro section, which will be the decider on who comes out with the lead. Ooh, small under aim from Max is actually going to drop him down. Hydrole's with a strong 99 right now. We still got most of the map left, but a 6% lead right now is not insignificant. Both players are actually nailing the 1/3s, but small act drops on the longer streams from both players. We'll start to even it out, actually. Max is gaining while Hydrole is losing. Ooh, bunch of drops on the aim from Max. Actually going to drop him back down. 5% deficit. It's actually starting to get pretty close, within 1%. There's some longer streams coming up here. Oh, big drops from Hydrole is actually going to throw it over to Max. Hydrole's got to try and hold here and hope for Max to start dropping. It's within like 0.05. It's really close. And there's a long stream at the end that's actually going to be the deciding factor, I think. Oh, God, it's so close. And Max ends up coming out on top because Hydrole understreams the last stream. It's a really close one, actually. God damn. The VT9 pick from Hydrole looking to speed gap him yet again. Hydrole off to a relatively weak start, but he will start to catch up. Just dropping a bunch of stray 100s. They're actually all tied up right now. One 100 drop from Max will actually throw the lead over, but Hydrole missing on these early streams is actually gonna put him in not that much of an advantageous position. Got some doubles coming out here in this moment. Hydrole is actually nailing these doubles, just slight misaim on that one. And out of this intro section, Hydrole's going to come out with about a 1% lead, but in a map as short as this, it's not going to matter too much. Got some triple spam here. Both players dropping a little bit of 100s, but they're mostly pretty stable on these. Hydrole is maintaining a little bit of a lead, but that could go over at any moment. Ooh, Hydrole actually cruises to the ending. Max drops a little bit, putting him 3% below him. It's a pick 4. Point gets taken to Hydrole. Was that a break point? I'm not sure. Forgot whose pick this was. I think it was Hydrole's pick. Max ends up picking DT3. All right, we got the finger control pick. Both players dropping a couple straight 100s and a small break from Max, but we're so early in that it doesn't mean too much. Both players are not super stable on the VPN if you look at their UR, but as we get into the first key eye here, whoever's more comfortable on the doubles will be out on top, and it seems like Hydrole is pretty comfortable at this finger control section. Double spam. Hydrole is cruising through it. This guy has a supposed 93% FC in his top plays, but he is treading with a 98 right now. Let's see how long he can keep up this act, because he is kind of destroying right now. still holding, but starting to slightly drop as we get into this solo here. Both players seem to be familiar with the 1/3 rhythms.
There's no way, right?
Hydrole's about to reverse choke this shit with like 97, which is gonna be really goofy. Nice. There's like one square stream at the end, that's about it.
Wow.
That's something. Wait. Oh, it is an FC. I thought he fucking broke in the beginning. Nice. FC with 97. And
Wow.
he... That's not only a 400, that's like a relatively high 400, I think. And yeah. I think with that act, it's like,
That
what?
is 460.
Yeah. That's tough.
Brilliman, tell him it's 460. Yeah.
Surely not with that act. Yeah, that map's kind of overweight. It's a little bit up there.
I mean, that's a pretty good play.
Yeah, it's a pretty good score.
That's a... I think you had higher act though, right?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
But like,
just a little bit.
yeah.
The FC is the big thing though. When are you dropping one of those in match, huh?
When I get aim consistency, so like,
Dude.
probably never. I don't know. Let's see. Maybe I FC DT3 in match with Doga next week.
True.
Coming out of the intro, Hydrole with about a 3% lead. It is relatively low OD, and it does only get harder from here, so still a lot to be seen. Both players, small drops from Max actually, and just a little more inconsistent, not assessing all the bursts. Big miss aim from that is actually going to drop him down below 90%. Hydrole's still chilling at 98. Max has got to hope for some big drops here. Even though we're only like halfway through, 8% is a huge lead. Another big break from Max. Just seems Hydrole's a little more comfortable reading this air 8 density on 270. Second break here, and Hydrole is at a 98 with Max at a 92. There's some wiggles coming right after this, but you can just cheese them, so it's not that big of a deal. Max actually dropping on the latter end of those wiggles, but it doesn't really matter because Hydrole is just chilling at a 98, actually. Almost 99. And yeah, this is just going to go over to him. Like, there's no contest. Really good play from him. Wow. I think that is the highest act on the map so far.
Oh yeah. By a lot. A whole 1.6%.
Yeah. God
That
damn.
that is pretty dominating. Not much you can do against that. Shit.
That's pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
It is match point, but Max does have the pick. So, Nomod 4, a slider tech map. All right. Starting off relatively even. Both players nailing the first couple streams. But Hydrole coming out with a slight act lead. Max missing on a small burst. Gonna put him a little bit lower now. Going to the first key eye. It's mostly just first spam with sliders, so it's gonna be more of an aim consistency thing here, I think, with the space bursts. Hydrole holding strong at 96, almost 97, but Max is gaining, and if he can hold, he will probably catch up in the next couple sections. Although he is dropping a couple of straight 100s and 50s here and there. In the next key eye, and Max is dropping Ack, while Hydrole is just gaining. Sitting at a 97. He's at a pretty comfortable 3% lead, and we're almost halfway through the map. Coming into the next key eye in just a moment. We got the build up here, just a couple of triples. Max missing on one note, but not going to do too much. He's got a lot of act to build here though, and missing on that burst is not going to help him. Hydrole is still gaining, almost at 98 actually. What the fuck? That's cool. Yeah. Oh, small drops from Hydrole is actually Gonna put him down to 96, almost 97, but it's still a 2% lead at the end of the map, and that's pretty hard to beat. Even if he fumbles all that finger control patterns. Yeah. Pretty impressive score from Hydrole, considering he had 98 all the way up until the ending, which was pretty good. But that will be the game. And Hydrole takes the match. Pretty cool.
Wow. That was...
Yeah, Hydrole kind of swept on some
That
of
guy
those.
is quite
It's
good.
pretty good.
Yeah, he's gonna be facing Mendez in the next round, where I'm sure he'll be fine as long as he bans stamina, which I think that was his plan anyway. No one voted. Alright. Goodbye, everyone. I'm gonna go play those.